Zeeland, Zeelandic, Zeeland, Zelnt, is the westernmost province of the Netherlands. The province, located in the southwest of the country, consists of a number of islands and peninsulas and a strip bordering Belgium. Its capital is Middelburg. Its area is about 2,930 square kilometers, of which almost 1,140 square kilometers is water, and it has a population of about 380,000. Large parts of Zeeland are below sea level. The last great flooding of the area was in 1953. Tourism is an important economic activity. In the summer, its beaches make it a popular destination for tourists, especially German tourists. In some areas, the population can be 2 to 4 times higher during the high summer season. The coat of arms of Zeeland shows a lion half emerged from water, and the text Lukte Emergo. The country of New Zealand is named after Zeeland. History. Nehelenia is a goddess of the ancient religion known around the province of Zeeland. Her worship dates back at least to the 2nd century BC, and flourished in the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD. She was possibly a regional goddess, either Celtic or pre-Germanic. Sources differ on the culture that first worshipped her. During the Roman era, her main function appeared to be the protection of travelers, especially sea-going travelers crossing the North Sea. Most of what is known about her comes from the remains of over 160 carved stone offerings which have been dredged up from the Oosterschelde since 1970. 2 more Nehelenia offering stones have also been found in Cologne, Germany. Zeeland was a contested area between the Counts of Holland and Flanders until 1299, when the last Count of Holland died. The Counts of Hainaut gained control of the Countship of Zeeland, followed by the Counts of Bavaria, Burgundy and Habsburg. After 1585, Zeeland followed, as one of the 7 independent provinces, the fate of the northern part of the Netherlands. In 1432 it became part of the Low Countries' possessions of Philip the Good of Burgundy, the later 17 provinces. Through marriage, the 17 provinces became the property of the Habsburgs in 1477. In the 80 Years' War, Zeeland was on the side of the Union of Utrecht, and became one of the United Provinces. The area now called Zeeuws-Vlaanderen was not part of Zeeland, but a part of the county of Flanders that was conquered by the United Provinces, hence called Staats-Vlaanderen. After the French occupation and the formation of the United Kingdom of the Netherlands in 1815, the present province Zeeland was formed. During the Second World War, Zeeland was occupied by German forces between June 1940 and November 1944. In 1944, Zeeland was devastated by the Battle of the Scheldt and the Walcheren landings between British and Canadian forces, and the occupying Germans. The catastrophic North Sea flood of 1953, which killed over 1,800 people in Zeeland, led to the construction of the protective delta works. Geography. The province of Zeeland is a large river delta situated at the mouth of several major rivers, namely Scheldt, Rhine and Meuse. Most of the province lies below sea level and was reclaimed from the sea by inhabitants over time. What used to be a muddy landscape, flooding at high tide and reappearing at low tide, became a series of small man-made hills that stayed dry at all times. The people of the province would later connect the hills by creating dikes, which led to a chain of dry land that later grew into bigger islands and gave the province its current shape. The shape of the islands has changed over time at the hands of both man and nature. The North Sea flood of 1953 inundated vast amounts of land that were only partially reclaimed. The subsequent construction of the delta works also changed the face of the province. The infrastructure, although very distinct by the number of bridges, tunnels and dams, has not shaped the geography of the province so much as the geography of the province has shaped its infrastructure. The dams, tunnels and bridges that are currently a vital part of the province's road system were constructed over the span of decades and came to replace old ferry lines. The final touch to this process came in 2003 when the Western Scheldt Tunnel was opened. It was the first solid connection between both banks of the Western Scheldt and ended the era of water separating the islands and peninsulas of Zeeland. Zeeland consists of several islands and peninsulas. These are, from north to south, Schouwen-Duiveland, Tholen, Noord-Beveland, Walcheren and Zuid-Beveland. It also includes a strip of land bordering the Belgian region of Flanders, the Zeelandic Flanders. Municipalities. The province of Zeeland has 13 municipalities. The largest cities are Middelburg, 41,000, Vlissingen, 34,000, Goes, 27,000 and Tenzen, 25,000 inhabitants. Demographics. As of 1 January 2014, Zeeland has a population of 380,621 and a population density of 210 per square kilometers. It is the 12th most populous or least populous province and the 11th most densely populated province of the Netherlands. Religion. Zeeland is mainly a Protestant region. The Calvinistic branch of Protestantism is dominant. After being long part of the vast Franco-Flemish Diocese of Cambrai, Zeeland got its own bishopric, Middelburg, on 5 December 1559, which was suppressed in 1603, only to be restored on the 22nd of March 1803, which was promoted to the present large diocese, whose see is in the other part, Western Nord-Brabant, and enlarged further in 1955, gaining territory from the Diocese of Haarlem. Politics. Provincial Council. The States Provincial of Zeeland are the Provincial Council, called the States of Zeeland. Provincial Executive. The Provincial Executive of Zeeland and the King's Commissioner of Zeeland are the Provincial Executive. Han Poman, member of D66, has been the King's Commissioner of Zeeland since 2013. As of the 2007 provincial election, a coalition consisted of CDA, SGP, Christian Union and Green Left, with 20 of 39 seats. As of the 2011 provincial election, a coalition consisted of EVD, PVDA, CDA and SGP, with 24 of 39 seats. As of the 2015 provincial election, the same coalition consists of CDA, VVD, SGP and PVDA, with 22 of 39 seats. Transportation. There is one passenger railway, here with municipalities and official station abbreviations. Vlissingen, Middelburg, Goes, Capella, Rijmerswaal, connecting to Bergen op Zoom. Bus connections include Bus 133, Vlissingen, Middelburg, Vrouwenpolder, Oosterscheldedam, Rinus, Zierikzee, Grevelingedam, connecting to Oudertong, Rotterdam Zuidplein. Interliner Express Bus 395, Zierikzee, Bruinisse, connecting to Rotterdam Zuidplein. Bus 104, Rinus, Brouwersdam, connecting to Oudorp, Spijerkenisse. Bus 20 and 50. See Westerschelde. Media. Provincial Zeeuwse Courant and BN, De Stem are the regional daily newspapers in the province. Namesakes. The islands of New Zealand were discovered by Dutch navigator Abel Tasman in 1642, although he did not land in New Zealand. Tasman named it Staten-Land, believing it to be part of the land of that name off the coast of Argentina. When that was shown not to be so, Dutch authorities named it Nova Zeelandia in Latin, Nieuw Zeeland in Dutch. The two major seafaring provinces of the Netherlands in its golden age were Holland and Zeeland, and originally the Dutch explorers named the largest landmass of Oceania and the two islands to the southeast respectively Nieuw Holland and Nieuw Zeeland. The former was eventually replaced by the name Australia, but the name New Zealand remained in place for the latter. Captain James Cook of Britain subsequently called the archipelago New Zealand, and soon after British settlers arrived in New Zealand, English became the main language. The city of Zeeland in the U.S. state of Michigan was settled in 1847 by Dutchman Janus van der Lewester and was incorporated in 1907. The city still maintains a distinctive Dutch flavor. Flushing, a neighborhood within the borough of Queens, New York, is named after the city Flushing in Zeeland. This dates from the period of the colony of New Netherland, when New York was still known as New Amsterdam. The Dutch colonies of Nieuw Walcheren and Nieuw Vlissingen, both on the Antillean island of Tobago, were both named after parts of Zeeland. The Canadian town of Zeeland, New Brunswick, was named for the Zeeland birthplace of Dutchman Philip Croos, who settled in the area in 1789. Zeeland, North Dakota is another town named for this province and whose earliest settlers were of Dutch heritage. Paramaribo, the capital and largest city of Suriname, has a Fort Zeelandia, the former Fort Willoughby during the British colonization. Fort Zeelandia was a fortress built over 10 years from 1624 to 1634 by the Dutch East India Company, in the town of Anping on the island of Formosa, present-day Taiwan, during their 38-year rule over the western part of it.